Hey there, friends. Welcome back to another episode of FluentCast, where we dive deep into the world of language, culture, and, well, life itself. I'm Diego, your host, and today we're going on a little journey into the world of our senses, specifically how they connect with our memories. Have you ever smelled something that instantly transported you back to childhood? That's what we're exploring today. We're going to uncover how our senses, especially smell, affect our memory and how those first memories are shaped. You know, scientists have discovered that our senses are like the gates to our memories. We don't just see or hear things, we experience them. And the funny thing is, our sense of smell is the strongest when it comes to triggering memories. I mean, have you ever caught the scent of something, maybe freshly baked bread or a certain perfume, and it just hits you? Suddenly, you're not just remembering an event, you're right back there, reliving it. Now, let's break this down a bit. The sense of smell, or olfaction, is directly linked to the brain's limbic system, which is where emotions and memories are processed. That's why smells can bring back such vivid memories. Scientists say that while our other senses, like sight and hearing, are processed in different parts of the brain, smell has a more direct connection. This explains why a simple scent can trigger a flood of memories and emotions. You know, I remember when I was younger, my grandma used to bake these amazing cinnamon rolls every Sunday. The house would be filled with that warm, sweet smell. Years later, whenever I smell cinnamon, it brings back vivid memories of those lazy Sunday mornings. I can clearly remember how cozy and safe I felt in her kitchen, and I bet you've got a smell that does something similar for you, right? Smell isn't the only sense that plays a role in memory, though. Each of our five senses, sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing, can trigger memories, but smell is the most powerful because of that direct connection to our brain's emotional center. This is why, when we think back to our earliest memories, they're often tied to a particular scent. Maybe it was the smell of your mom's perfume, the scent of fresh cut grass, or the aroma of your favorite meal being cooked. Let's talk about something else that's pretty interesting, the development of first memories. Did you know that our first memories are usually formed around the age of 3 or 4? Before that, our brains aren't fully developed, so it's tough to create lasting memories. And get this. Research shows that many of those first memories are tied to strong emotions or unique experiences. Maybe you were an athletic kid who used to play soccer in the park, or perhaps you were more of a joker, always trying to make everyone laugh. Whatever it was, those early experiences helped shape your personality and are often linked to your strongest memories. Speaking of personalities, let's get into that a bit. Have you ever noticed how different personalities remember different things? Like, an academic might clearly remember their first day of school, while a party animal might have vivid memories of their first big celebration. A troublemaker might remember the first time they got into serious trouble. Those emotions and events tend to stick with us. And let's not forget the geeks among us. I'm thinking about that first time you booted up a computer and were just blown away by what it could do. Each of these personalities has a unique set of memories shaped by their experiences, their senses, and their emotions. Now, let's circle back to smell for a moment. What's fascinating is that the brain stores memories associated with smells in a way that makes them more durable. This is why a smell can remind you of something you hadn't thought about in years. It's like your brain is holding onto that memory, just waiting for the right trigger. And when that trigger happens, it's as if no time has passed at all. you're right back in that moment. For example, I remember the time when I was in college. I had been studying late one night. Typical academic behavior, right? And someone was making coffee in the dorm kitchen. The smell of that coffee hit me, and it brought back vivid memories of studying back to my mother's home when I was in high school. I used to pull all-nighters and the smell of coffee would fill the room. My mom loves coffee. Thinking back to those days always makes me smile. But it's not just about the good memories, is it? Smells can also bring back memories of times that weren't so great. Maybe there was a particular cologne or perfume that your ex used to wear, and now, whenever you smell it, it reminds you of that breakup. Or maybe there's a certain food that you used to love, but now it just reminds you of a time when things weren't going so well. Our senses don't discriminate. They bring back all kinds of memories, whether we like it or not. So, what can we do with all this information? Well, understanding how our senses affect our memories can actually help us in a lot of ways. For one, it can help us be more mindful of our surroundings and the experiences we create for ourselves and others. It also means that if you're trying to remember something important, you might want to associate it with a particular scent or sound. For example, if you're studying for an exam, try burning a specific scented candle. Later, when you smell that scent again, it could help you recall what you studied. But let's not forget that our memories are also shaped by our personalities. Whether you're the athletic type who used to spend all your time outdoors, the academic who always had your nose in a book, or the rebel who used to challenge the rules, your experiences and the way you remember them are unique to you. And that's pretty amazing, isn't it? Our personalities and our senses combine to create these rich, detailed memories that are like little time capsules waiting to be unlocked by a smell, a sound, or even a taste. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to think about how we can use our senses to create positive memories for the future. Whether it's through cooking a special meal, listening to a favorite song, or simply spending time in nature, the experiences we have today will become the memories we look back on tomorrow. And who knows, maybe years from now, you'll catch a whiff of something and be instantly transported back to this very moment, remembering the time we spent together talking about senses, memories, and everything in between. That's all for today's episode of FluentCast. I hope you enjoyed our little journey through the senses and how they shape our memories. Remember, the next time a smell or a sound brings back a vivid memory, take a moment to appreciate the power of your senses and the amazing way your brain works. And if you want to keep exploring fascinating topics like this while improving your English, make sure to tune in next time. Take care, everyone.